Frontline with Kwikwanan only.
The Frontline Investigate tonight takes yet another turn in its review of the explosive blueprints guiding the political elite class who believe they must inherit the nation's resources and wealth. The blueprints, however, earmarked the roadmap to some significant state institutions and organizations, and indeed go further to recommend who, in the alliance history, have been steadfast, loyal, and must take up significant appointments. Nevertheless, the blueprints illustrate an amalgamation of state cover-up, all inured to the advantage of the political elite class. Tonight, the Frontline Investigate take much closer look at what the document described as, quote, political terrain, unquote. I am Kweku, and of course, this is the Frontline Investigate special edition, coming to you live from this very studio here in Accra. We're live across several stations, including Sunyani 88.1 FM, Western Region 99.1 FM, and of course, in UK, GOB Radio and Television. You can get it on modernghana.com or tune in as far as GOB is concerned. Still on GOB, you can get it on www.gobtv.tv, including Apple Music. Folks, tonight's special edition, as you know, this is Kwikwanan, your host, together with Great. Of course, Yao is going to join us for this very explosive review. As you know, say Monday, Yane Yao and Shebi Biase na Yadinyoman Bremo. Folks, let's get started. My name is Ohoye. Every year, I say, say, yeah, internet no form the doana na moye, more pressing for no, yeah, internet no form. We're doing everything possible to restore the internet, and said a online for no sumube to me in yebina my day mashe. But maya definitely still in say bibia bede a bear kama ede amamo assemble na anadri baso Mr. Diabeya ne say pe bebia oho say living room ho say you him found na tenase e yemfa dina ana ya meboa ye didina ebremo
safa pepe
na ubedidi na wanom na bibia ayekama amaw minim sese Monday wo hwe show na ye no ehya ase efree eye expose ka say dey to edwa Monday utumi hwe dey a expose efree krata sa krata yi yebeka ne say eye ensowano bi a ema enipaku bi tumi say wonomo enye den womo emra omemu mefa omenye AGYAPADIE said the omo esusu na omo pani bia na ensem ni na no ayebobo ede kiremo no efri sa ensowane mu a Ghana fo bebre so mu wo bia ebirimu mu ntimi nkanye ebiso wakan so a ayese won shada entiase papa. Into the Frontline show, and I said the Frontline Investigate. The year I say ye brese. Ye ni yetie for ne ahwefo e be che document mu ensem. Na mu hu nsem a etuem. The ehu kakra ne say wo hwe amemwo ya eye President events led Akufo-Addo aben. Enioma wonomo eye no a ujin ho ebi wonti ase. But documents no etimi akire mu emi hu se no. Amemu no mu buo no. Enya amemu keke wo. Sa enso wano wei ena guide wom se yemfa amanyo sem no anase aban no enko direction see. Into wusha sector by sector biara the air course wo se siano ni na wo documenting him Uranom enya agro bi na meni mu bedi o enye fedi agro bi saa o no but first ma me apologize say online for no say network ni mu eye ya ye be ma mo feed but say no anye ya the mekan say join us on normal television, all right? Normal television uko eye with TV ni so flip through ubenya CTV. O Go TV so Go TV ni so flip through ubenya CTV. Ya chichembe bre internet no hard winem. But still you better try say you be ye ehun adwuma mwenye bi na mahwe. Why? Nti unya ya kwatra wo main TV no na hwe program no live. Now, blueprint no asamoa wakano me kweku ever since said this fourth Republican Constitution we by yedi bumine me anyway ehu BBC da not former and late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings Nabreso, not former John Kufuor, not former Atta Mills, not former President Mahama who be sada and so one will be say yatra emunsem who say in she bida. But what makes it so scary and they say a new man one match or document in the monsono say wuko abainimua there one more yes see no the same and a word document in him hey as someone one power hey be shock you. When we say Monday, documents in the page 8 to her baby. Etre kwanya. One more e collapse banks ahodo the banks ahodo e won memu kwanya fa so a collapse ye no bebre including eye ora Papa Kwesi JN Bank kwanya fa so egu ye ni na wo document dem. Na me be kire wade e kwanya omo fa so a wonum gu Papa Kwesi Bank hey so no wakasa me say me be kire wade ene na assembly ni say ever saying Monday ye share ye dwumedie na ase no reactions bi ni ade e koso within the aban no say kweku na ade na document no o ka ho asem na say na document na any source. When was the last time or the first what is a journalist be yeah document bi ho adwuma na say or yeah expose and also then what be kind of source actually order and then a document be appear mo say document in any source but ye be kire wade eranom memfa de we ni agro me hu bi da ade a ekoso in the government of President Akufo-Addo no memfe ni agro Ghana for mama me memfe ni agro. And someone what document in me na no mo pa kire say one mo de a group of people one mo free achim ebuakwa ho sa ebusuen according to document no and one mo kire say wo mo ya adehye wo mo nyankoafo nyame na make document na eka na document na abobo nipa bebredin a sa nipa kuyi one mo free achim ebuakwa ho a according to the document no when na edi omanim kan President Akufo-Addo ene odi omanim kan e ma kire say one mo ebe ka kire Ghana for so mo ya adehye na so mo ba ban mu a wo ma ban mu say wo mo ebe ye enkwasam bi ana se no wo mo kire say wo mo no mo ya adehye and a part of wo mo dwumedi a wo ba bedi no kire say oman AGYAPADIE ni na no ese say wo mo sesa gu ombotom wo mo de ko me hu bi da bamunim ever since document he hit the system abaino NPP government no mumisa say wetimi issue a release bi from the Jubilee House one more timi release bi say oh there's a document in circulation and documents in abobo boyedin but Ghana for ye de yenim ho hwe bibi sa ba na adenti What the yemfa source be anto na ebede at the document e na obehu the source. What about said the document came in a form of covert, but obeka so much Ghana for. So whether there is a source or any source or documents na beka sembi afa mo ho. Nti dian and mpanimfo a mugu Jubilee House, especially those of you are government, mukutem President Akufo-Addo and in immediate family now, or do mugu Jubilee House on a document and say mo and a mobile capture or main AGYAPADIE or main sika or main goodie na mo de akọ mukro no say ya ne crow say anya ne crow e de be ntina mo ntimi ama abonten ama issue any statement be emfen deny mo whether or not so document no was source and any source mo ntimi anya sa the sin na ye ka say o mo ntimi nya sa e na minimu ase ochina mo betimi aye sa yesre mo mmra abonten na mo meye ochina kosisi wiki beko ne wie. We are asking the government of President Akufo-Addo, Mumra Bontain, come and disassociate yourself from the document so that we go forward. Omuntimi bae. Eranom, eimre de metimi aka kire wa ne se mesrew manya kwadworo. Ye do ba be tumirika. Ye be ma the part 2 of this AGYAPADIE document with the blueprint Monday ye kan bi kire mo a wa wotinsem wasum ekwanya enya konuasa wono mo fa so epeja omen AGYAPADIE na mahu kwan a afi wono matetetete gold miners companies bebrea sa mining companies bebrea according to the document womina over hundreds of them, they are not in good standing. But I see a pion wina ko shekwa imu e wire mu e de be ya wono mo eye de etu o men egudie e di dwane akọ America so. Hwe kwan o mo de snake e fa so. Hwe kwan o mo de telecommunication e fa so. Hwe kwan a wo mo pese o mo de electricity e fa so. E kwan o mo pese o mo de water resource. Tese wo mo capture mine ba bia o. Every facet of the Ghanaian economy more air capture. Now, me catch us another document to be so apart from this one. I know dear, and no, it is walking you into new more capture. We did that. Minimum can say, if not about 70-80%, or capture. We did that. The comeback of the MPP, and your comeback say, a government in continuity. No, the comeback which omuguso omukakasi be breaking 8, say omo ba complete the state capture the project. Mesrel anadri ya fine waso television I had the Frontline show with Kweku Anan, your investigative journalist with my team. Ye be a review of this explosive document called AGYAPADIE. Ebia wenye bi yaka ho asema kire odeda ebi a wonya bi untimi nkan ebi so wonya bi but obi aka ho asema kire yesa anadwi to bo ase fa ode ne to nchen ye wo ye copy ne wa ha ye be bie so akrew ne wa wetie nsem no sedia ubekan o nkan o na obeti ase no ye be ye ne fefe de ama na afi ye wie ma wa afi ubeti ase kwan a NPP government no omubu man no sedia wo hu no na Monday me can say me say so we are outsider looking in, you may not understand and you may be. The same reverse side, no, when you are insider looking inside out, you may not appreciate the whole thing also so much well. Because according to the blueprint, project we is surrounding a few people. The one say, even in the MPP, no, don't make mistake. In the NPP government, enye nipa na omo nyina no e na omo nim de airco no documents in the airca with a few there being lawyers, one more the loyalists. Yeah, they are very scary, very scary. Na ebusia ye ni agro kra. Up next, Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Ora Black Star, located at Ofankor Barrier. Mr. Bomodia from 053 617 6327 053 617 6327. Edi nti na be frɛ wo no o frɛ wo because unhia asase a ɛho yɛ krɔgyen asase a ntokwasɛm bi ani ho asase a nya afi na wo kɔgyina so land guard fo aba nkontima nkranti etuo enem ne aso omu di begyina so ba be hawadwene no asase a wo kɔtɔ no ɛso yɛ krɔgyen bɔne bia nim wɔn bɛyɛ krata no onkrata no wo land title bi bia e de ama wo bɛtɔ asase we na omu atwa de ama wo ne wetuatua ne kakra utie wi a afisidan bi a pɛsɛ osi wo so mebe yi asase ya kyerɛ na wo hwɛ asase ya ntamo ya wo ma yɛ road networks na tutum ya yɛ fence water system na tum electricity ya yɛ de atum drainage ya yɛ bibia atum nti wo de wo kɔ a asase ne etwa ma no ano na wa hwɛ de bebi a etwa ma no we sudan na wo kɔ baby mesrɛw menya akwadwuro no obi wanka se obi anka nkyerɛw kɔ na kokɔgye asase bi na siudan bia opese wusie masomdwe emra ora black star for ofanko ha ya barrier ene wo mo frɛ wonom 053 617 6327 ora black star for ansas no baby bebre kwa benya botiano kaswa brekuso denchira amasaman ena himfa nsawom etwani na ho hia as far as capital no eye concern. Take a listen to this.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Every day weekend night, you hear no weekend fight. So friends, papa no be now one more. No, Jaga for, it no be now one. Jaga for, it no be now they have by one. Jaga for, oh my best son in game. Jaga for, oh your banana bemo. Jaga for, utumenom. Jaga for, Chris side go. Jaga for, in the about.
I check a 4 bitters and it's so bitter.
Let me say, on to my nipa when you feed much. As a second for no, FTAG a judge crack to Yatu.
030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great folks, welcome back. Ora Black Star for Bemo Asasia ntokwasɛm bia ni ho nya afi na ye kɔ yo say hwani debi mesra contact omo no muntumi nya asase a ɛho adwo kama emfema ma bibia no enkoyie. Now, one of our own Yefre Abranti Ruby X has been nominated for Best Student in Sound Engineering. This program is coming on at Accra Metropolitan Assembly on the 9th August 2024. And Bosumia Yewomi dear Twasono, ne dear Twasono. And that's about 1 month from now. Ruby X has been nominated for the Best Student in Sound Engineering. Papa. Now we urge all our listeners and viewers to consider votes for Ruby X to win this prestigious prize. Yepamacho. Abranti onuna ne picture ne share eyinimono. Ruby X oye engineer ewo ifie hase. Womona chinchin nioma na makweku. Me betra di me chairman what I say. Nyankopon eya adomo a 9th August ebe 9th August ena ye dwumedie ewo Accra Metropolitan Assembly ho na dwumedie ni na si se Ruby X no ye de no esi ho se ye kan say ye can say the best student just say oye den what being papa ewo engineering nim engineering ben engineering say one more enim sound ene ade no wo mo gidi say yes ono na o say efata nanso dwumedie ni yemfa abodi ne eyi ne man easy sa chese se ye to no so aba all right entini nya no esese ye vote edema no now Ruby X abono homodin bebre papa chese say adwumedie eba so Nyankopon yadma 9th August 2024 Accra Metropolitan Assembly ho now say Ruby X benya sa award where a best student for sound engineering na chese dia wo pemasem na wo hwe program we na wo se wo pemasem pa o enti na mesoma ba wo nchen na me ye de mesoma esrewa de request se mesrew boa me na me nuan ontimi nya sa prestigious award we wate na kwan ben so obi bi sese kwakunti kwan ben so na me fa so a meye I very simple wo hwe eyi na da screen ni so no a na obey say ukọ o phone no so a na what type ade we star 447 star 714 hash na wa select it no wa enter saying nominee no ni code nti nominee ni code no Ruby X ni code ni den GT186 right now if you say enter number of votes say the will be vote to be any the total to be na we vote to the amano ni din Ruby X na ROBBYX like Xmas so and at the bibia was screen so ni din na down yeah Ruby X minim why X ka edin ho ubisa no so onjire timesra Ghana for I monhwe na monye ye nuan adoye pa ube vote na na desk no so na me minsi so bio star 447 star 447 I star 447 star 714 hash na fi wode ni code no GT186 na why they will vote to Ruby X me pacho shano so say program we media houses be bre den one more sponsor program including CTV Accra FM XYZ umina sponsor many media houses be bre and a sponsor program we ebria menamo kase ema bibia de na kwemu intimesramo bia mo meye yenue adom na enoma enkoye Ruby X or a man of many parts oye enuma bebre Ruby X can say music production the dancing club or sansuso records RXR Ruby X music school academy bebre enti nina no ekoye na chese waye dwuma papa enti utimi say he is the person say oyeden utimi win sa award we ma enioma ekokoye papa Mr. Meni mihwamo why open masem so get it done for me folks afi yenremwe na yankwohwe said enioma esi ebeko tonight the Frontline want to state as part of the review of the AGYAPADIE document we entreat person or persons whose name are captured in the report to feel free to contact the Frontline desk if they want to make some responses or clarifications of the above publication. The Frontline is learning from some corridors of the governing party that The AGYAPADIE document has no source, therefore they will not respond to it. But may I say, our doors are open. If any person or group of persons name mentioned in this document and you want to respond, make clarifications, or even confirm something, I say and I repeat, the doors of the Frontline show here at CTV are open and we would gladly receive you. Come respond to anything. As someone making now say, Ebria ye review documents we. Obia ubeti udin so we are ben nipo. We are NPP wanyo. We are NDCO. We free hio. We free fence yo buzanga. Ehina uko. Media minim. They are making now say the Frontline show no ye bie ya bobo no atoho obia etumi eden utumi eba nye se document na bodi ntini ye be kasam atoho no yakwa eba bi no le yenye eni omasa mesrew bomodin a na yeden bra na bibia opese oni yen ebeche no bra na oni yen emra meche. All right. Se opese obekirekire nsem bi mu nso a akonya eda homa se obetimi aden aba bekirekire wonsem mu na yede bibia aden atoho. This is the Frontline. Investigation anu ohye na yede ni oma etoto no pono so kama document ene dia ye bebi so ama we hey enye bete o asofo ekuku damo a ade ye de ba beyam according to the document munyina yie ni nipa bi oh enti se udin wo document ni mu a mesrew ubetimi aba ye ma wakwenya ubetimi aba ye den aba respond ubetimi atena ba bi nso issue rejoinder and answer whatever na why den wabana ye no edi nkomo ewo ye fidie so esese ehuhia se ye yes ade no nti ma obia amfele se oh the essence of the year you know say ye be kasem bi egu ho akeke na yakwenim no debi nti mesremo obia enye den enhye ho no na onhye no so emaye kama maybe bia so enye fefefe right now in a related development, the Frontline show is following up on a multiple developing investigative stories across many sectors of the Ghanaian society, including the national security architecture of the state and another investigations we are doing on the body of Christ. We call it the workers of iniquities. Asema meka ina say, apart from say AGYAPADIE documenti yedi ato ho a ye pape mu akire no ewuranom the Frontline investigate enso ye investigations ahodo bebre investigations ni bi fa hwan the national security of Ghana. One more say bo ho ban. One more say so mo ye de epe bambo kese e de mo me na so mo nyesa. No, according to report, not me. Your national security chiefs, the state security and intelligence organization, one responsibilities. And say one number bo mini umi enu ho ban. One number bo o main resources ho ban, including water and forest reserves, including our minerals deposits, including our territorial waters, including our airspace, and yet they are not, including our entry borders, and they are not doing it. One more, your national security chiefs have been accused ostensibly to be engaging in all manners of lifestyle. Edi omei edibrika eko otwease. Some investigation you go so you the report ni BBP and check with videos and pictures. Now if you are with now what you can imagine say what national security chiefs be three some near then national security chief and mabe mienu ejina ho na obutu baako to no se abebe butu baako so or yet three some national security minister and a national security one coordinator yeba. At the same time, the Frontline is also working on this very explosive expose coming. We call it the workers of iniquities. I know you're there. Asofo akesia muwo meimu, asofo binom akesia muwo meimu a mo hunsam bi enso wo pipeline mu a ye ne mo eyeden ekono maako mienu miensa. 2 ya frame mu binom so se momra na mumeyi ensembia no ansa na expose no credit atofom. But some of our software ni binom so are trying hard. One person will decline and say, anywhere. Now, the Frontline show tonight calls on the following persons to make themselves available for some clarifications in our investigations. As so far, me say the Frontline yamu say, mo available. Na yetumi aba ana so se mo beba CTV ha say na mo be kire nsem bim. There's so many things you need to come and help us. We need clarification because we do not want to put this expose out there. No bia beka say hey Kwekwana didn't contact me, Kwekwana didn't do this. No, please. Enye na anu ni biom. Please. We are calling on this man of God in the ministry of the body of Christ. Make yourself available. Now, assembly say, oh, why you be bisamo, yembisamo, yempe, samobe atete, ne yensuye jamu wani. Yepamocho, make yourselves available. Because it's been like about 3 months. Yehumbe biya bibrimafa. Ufro munzwa, you don't get them. And they are not ready to make themselves available. Tonight, we are calling on this man of God. No. We say it as a nobody in this country is above the law. Listen, some of you think you want to cover up your integrity, but me hanantis how. The me person me catch on and say, Obiara ni Ghana ha, or broke Ghana way. O 1992 questionable constitution we impoi obiaso mroso and a mroso. So make yourself available. Na de yepesi yebisa ne wiem adaho. We are calling on this man of God called Bishop Etru Apia. Mumfa ne picture nto ho. Bishop Etru Apia. Yehwehwe on that screen is no. Yes. Bishop Etru Apia. Ono no da hono. Obia onim pape no. Mesro ma assembly nkone so. Say the CTV Frontline program, the Frontline program host Kweku Anan, investigative journalist. Yesi eden yehwehwe no. Ti apanecho o making ho available na yene no eni enkomo. Right. Ono da hono. Bishop Etru Apia. Yeshusha. Mempesa meka any story about him yet, but we are looking for him. Onim sentin so yeshusha no. And ever since he's been running helter skelter all across. Bishop Etru Apia. Onia sorry, but may I say, so we are a church member, please beware. I can only say beware. The next person I hear no, Reverend Michael Bwedi Nyameche. Reverend Michael Bwedi Nyameche. the general overseer of Maker's house, and I said the Maker's chapel, on that screen is Reverend Epacho, ye hear din. Maker's chapel, Reverend Michael Bwedinya Michei, me Paucho, ye hear for some very important clarifications, very important. Wherever you are, make yourself available. Yes, you shout din. Exposes na eba na masa anu odin. Enye na anu na na yede na nam fom ho no. Now we are going at the top, at the apex of the body of Christ. Na obe hu nsem wo Ghana, obe tin nsem wasum. We are not lazy o. The ekoso o memu ha no. Enyoma ekoso o memu ha no. Then the last person, also you have to make yourself available. Reverend Lawrence Tete. Reverend Deben Lawrence Tete on that screen is no. One on what they signboard ACC cream no ye be say the nonsense must stop. Yo, we'll get there. And if the nonsense will stop, we shall know. Make yourselves available. Ye fremo amonfa, pick your calls. Reverend Lawrence Tete, pick your call. Ni entimi emisa wasem. Very scary times and very scary moments in Ghana. The politicians in the then the men of God in the apex of the body of Christ are also driving this country into a certain state of abyss. And like I said, nobody is above the laws of this country. We a bishop, we a archbishop, we a wine, whoever you are. No. Ubedim raso. Mesumidim raso. Ye ne ebedim rano so near dem rana yejuma. Ana, yes. Yeah. And some were who. And some were memu doto. Too much. Folks, enti sa asofoi ebirimu mu a womo yetumi a contact wo yenya clarifications ne deda ani na be feed into the expose, but some too I imagine so no wo from one they are not ready, but me why you ready unya ready e say we ready ni etumi no ye den e kasa yes na ye de enoma etoto na kwemu kama Yow, Yamba, Mesro gets here and then let's Yensha DB. Page now the buy now it's missing. We don't mean whom baby are sa friend is saying mini. Okay, me who start, but please, okay. Well, me who baby, it's okay now. Folks, into our software, you in terms of na yin mun clarify ni may be fast. Am I? But what must ebesi ho. Now Ghana speaks up. Next, on Monday edition of the review of the AGYAPADIE document, portion of the document, of the document, however, exposed the circumstance. Led to the collapse of Mr. Papa Kwesi Indum's JN Bank. Okay. Monday, any a kind document baby chiamwa. Baby a kind chiamono. Sa document chraminu mienu kwanya. Aya ora Papa Kwesi ne bank aya JN Bank. Kwanya mufaso mugu bank no. Now, some MPP chaps be folks be air kasa, and I just want to be charitable with them. Say, and yet the mobile can you made a mistake near my say at the apex of the leadership of this government. Some of you is a document we any source, please get out of your shell, come out and speak to the document. Now, guess what happened? And I'm going to read the portion to you, folks. Listen. Ose, Capital Market, mother. Ose, compatriot Ogbame Tete is doing a fantastic job heading Securities and Exchange Commission SEC. Just like the banking sector, the cleanup leading to the revocation, leading to the revocation of license of several fund and asset management companies was a success despite legal challenges from a handful of defunct entities in this space. Now, folks, listen. Papa Kwesi Indum's black shelled capital is causing a few troubles, but he can easily be dealt with using our numerical advantage in the judicial or even his dodgy relationship with the CIA. The dodgy relationship with the CIA. It's all quite the Indum bank near the Faso. Nyamina mekon. Sa obi nyi bibi ni sa document ni po nyina so a hwade document akato ho how many days, weeks, months, years this document was prepared. Bonia one we di ya ye di go banks bebre ye go sa banks no make say all this bank Indum Bank, Prince Kofi Amwabin Bank and other several private banks ni na ye gunu according to the blueprint. Now, I am going to stay a while longer with Indum. Say, a kwan ben so na Indum de no, e fa so a eguye. Now, Indum had spoken. And we may listen to Indum say, kwan ben so, and Indum himself even got to know how the bank no was collapsed. Take a lesson to Papa Kwesi Indum and listen carefully, folks.
Finally, I'll just show you one thing here. This is dated July 26th, 2018. As I said, I have many of these documents, and they are not just in Ghana. We have put them everywhere. There are many more. There are many more. This one is as a result of this memorandum submitted by the Minister of Finance at that time, Mr. Kenneth Kununku Oforiatta, to ask Cabinet to agree for GN Bank to be collapsed, for its license to be taken. I have read this memorandum. This memorandum doesn't consider that it was the biggest bank with the widest distribution network in Ghana. It didn't consider that we were providing monies that was banking services that was increasing financial inclusion in Ghana. It didn't recognize that we were supporting financial development, economic development in Ghana. Didn't recognize all of those things. It just said, these people, they are causing us problems. And therefore, it might affect our political chances, so let's shut it down. What led to the liquidity crisis? He refused to pay us. He paid others. He refused to pay our contractors. And they thought that maybe if they paid the money would come to me. And I've been telling people everywhere, that money, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to customers. I've even said before, in writing to Jubilee House, that if you don't want to pay me, let's sit down and agree who is owed and pay them directly. Pay them directly. What is left, you give to us. Why wouldn't they mind us? Why would they even don't want to talk to me? Why? Why? And this thing, look, after Mr. Oforiatta sent his memorandum to Cabinet, you know that according to what I'm holding here, Cabinet did not agree that they should collapse GN Bank. Let me read to you what Cabinet said. It says, Cabinet at its 36th meeting, held on Thursday, 19th July 2018, considered a report of the Cabinet Committee on Economic Matters on the above memorandum submitted by the Minister for Finance. The memorandum requested Cabinet to consider and approve the revocation of the license of GN Bank as it was found to be in distress and unable to meet the new minimum capital requirement. However, Cabinet resolved that the Minister of Finance and Bank of Ghana should continue to engage the shareholders and management of the bank on the way forward so as to ensure confidence in the ongoing banking sector reforms in the country. I would be grateful if you could take action on the decision by Cabinet. And this was sent to the Honorable Minister for Finance and to the Governor of Bank of Ghana. From Cabinet.
It was for we any asemwa Papa Kwesindum only Ghana for cho. Did you hear that? And Yamina make us so. Kwanya Papa Kwesi Indum, according to documents, one would take care of Nigerian bank, and no country one. One bonny a winny patrim. A few way we MPP near the catch up so quick to document in the go. You rogues. We a Timothy for. We a Timothy for Ankasankasa, Namun penny per year. Papa Kwesi Indum, or a Ghana ni bank na nip Wesian, and nipa be ye jumo bank ho. Eti diebe na kenofori hwan kuntum kununku bikika honam ne ade edi ba ko bo hwa ese nkyɛnse a ye kwakɔ huhurumu ugu na ye den ugu bank no na ye den afi mo meka nkyerɛ say document ni source. How can you do this? You are very heartless. Mo ye heartless and wicked and evil. Ekwanya mo fa so mo gu Prince Kofi Amwabeng Bank, and I'm quite to say, yeah, and many other banks. And a Papa Kwesi or the document in nature Ghana for. But I feel about here. There are lots of NPP penifua, fiti Monday basi and talking umudja masum and a kweku and a document and a hey, how documenting in his source, any source. Now, so a new document in the Kenya over the governing party NPP Musesi ya a new mo ye wa benimu nara our document in ever me free me follow politics me who be that a baby but then document in it say a nipa ku bia mu believe in the dynasty and then the hegemony. Chese mo na mo ya adehia mo free achimu ebua ko se den a mo de mo nya akoafo mo nya akoa na emu mo ba se mo bedi ade na de en won say even in the MPP mu kra no aban na kasa MPP no bebre kra nim se no aban no mo etimu no ye de krata bi ensowano bi ene ye de guide government no enti no wonye a core member of the mafia group na no unka ho. And appointment ahudo a ye nara say appointment ni na e was sent here ye de appointment no ebema wo say the appointment ni ma na wo me onye nipa wo beboa ma wo no ma fight a capture enya the state capture no as so man nya pade ye koko sika free hoba hwe AGYAPADIE no eno anom de koye sa AGYAPADIE gold na na nche no ehun se be ye bubujaram anam refi. The same AGYAPADIE document and one on the choir sa gold ya ye di kosia wo ma hu nsi hu beba me de abo Ghana e hu nsi hu no bisa se na dodo sen na be ko mo botom enu firi wa kwana ko kenkan e kwanya PDX electricity and hu some contract no enu so ko sen na so far PDS no kra no sika dodo sen na sa company mo generated it all na says kana we. Where is the money? Folks, when we say, on my na me catch Ghana for na mo de munya de mo pe emfa ye ho ye de ye betufo ye tufu na mo pa ma mo mfa. But me say the comeback of the NPP according to them led by Baumiano and a government in continuity or no to come and complete the state capture period. Afina obehunze ukodru dwom hodom a you must have a price. Or na obehunze yes. Afi wo ka hu bi ana wo nka hu bi ana sesen ho no mbe kire say yes. Ye no yaba. Okay? Yaba. Enti nya agro bi no mu bedie. Enye fedi agro. ye nibre so ne nipa bi kra wa MPP ni mu a wo kra there are lots of people a wo expect appointment mo face o ma ye adwuma no enye we adwuma na wa ye no. They are governing this country according to a blueprint which is leading them to a dynasty, a control, power, hegemony, entrenchment. Yes. Folks, may call short break. Maybe Ghana Speaks Extension will take off and then you know about walking through this document. Now watch it. Tonight, DNA Daho. I'm say the political terrain. Political terrain, DNA what political terrain. You need to know. Folks, stick and stay. The Frontline show with Kwekwanan. I will be back in a jiffy. WhatsApp messages. FEFA 020-297-3461. WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. For the last, WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. The what you be was exposes here and a review of a AGYAPADIE document. The what you be on February. You're back in Canina before your best story show. So stick and stay. The Frontline show. I will be back.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Welcome back, and of course, this is the Frontline. Now, we've walked one leg of the journey, making just about 55 minutes gone past the hour 8. We have a full hour to go. Inti afi yebabedi and common ye diniye. Na ye who said the nyoma AC air without much delay or any whatever. Folks, yeah, the mobile document in come on. 55 minutes gone past the hour 8. This is the Frontline Investigate. minutes gone past the hour. 8, the Frontline investigates. It's on now. Folks, baby, I would Tibiano, Mr. Freunuebi, or Boku, or Upper West, or Ashanti region, capital, Kumasi, or Accra, or Volta region, or Northeast, Northwest, Accra, Cape Coast, Central region, Western region, ancient beyond, from Somonfe Fidieno and to CTV. Beshe Krata Nase. Krata document Bebre Mubi, but of course I know Untimin Kanye. Bebre Suma Kanye, but Untiasie, and a Wotiasie so in ye. Ye beni na simple, easy, Eddie Mamo, Emma Matiasie. Documents we be wow. Emma, what wanna would news, the news wires, Emma news about what is going on in the current NPP dispensation we are. Betini may be a say. Now be why and you may be cook the echo. Mr. Online for no and then we program because technical challenges be or internet and so. Intimate so we are program ye be upload e go internet and so amount to be out per se. Unu be no. Call YouTube okwa who say CTV Frontline ye the better na wait me ahwebi why ye say beboa and then the WhatsApp line na that screen is no WhatsApp line here 020-297-3461 020-297-3461. Yes, me refi. Then there's say one of our sponsors, a biogas expert engineers. There's so moba. Woman timi amba nyame adoma next week no meba biogas expert engineers. Woman so dia no moye. Woman ehwe say ubetimi wombetimi aboa na waye POP. POP si yesi dan ewie no. Wombeye POP ne kama e de amount. Obeso womoye boho emawa. Wombeye boho kama e de amount. Bibiara anampo se floor tiles ni na so wo mo beye e de amount obi wo ma wo dan ni yesi ewie e dan no esi ho for like how many years na if e dan no ho aye nkrosa ye say enchene aba eye e dan nim ni na so betimi eskredi aye nfefefe e de amount the biogas expert engineers kojo awono ene ne dom ai bomoden na o contact o ma obetimi a contact o ma na wo metimi aye den abwao ema bibia no adeda na kwemu kojo awono the biogas expert engineers wono be assist ewo konua sei na so ema wetimi aiden esi wodan no anampo se widen why o boho bia open no wo mo esi ediama kojo awono obetimi contact no 059 366 7522 059 366 7522 biogas expert engineers no one beje so no mo edin komo. Well, in the house my executive producer Yao Yamba has just joined me. Yao, me mo akwa ba want to say good. Now so far what do you make of the documents year review no na wo share the wo abonten so a aban mu a then you juxtapose the two, what the document is saying and what we are seeing out there. Now let me bring you in sharp focus of what we just heard. Papa Kwesi Indum, the GN Bank, the circumstances leading to the bank in the collapse, and Indum himself, but folks, Mama Yentie Papa Kwesi Indum biom. As some of Kafa bank and a quiet fast on the bank in the collapse and then quickly Yao comes in and then you do Yao Bear just about a minute or so then we go straight into the document and bring it out. Take a listen to what Papa Kwesindum told Ghanaians, the world, quiet fast on the bank and almost shut a bank down. Listen to this.
Finally, I'll just show you one thing here. This is dated July 26th, 2018. As I said, I have many of these documents, and they are not just in Ghana. We have put them everywhere. There are many more. This one is as a result of this memorandum submitted by the Minister of Finance at that time, Mr. Kenneth Kununku Oforiatta, to ask cabinet to agree for GN Bank to be collapsed, for its license to be taken. I have read this memorandum. This memorandum doesn't consider that it was the biggest bank with the widest distribution network in Ghana. It didn't consider that we were providing monies that was banking services that was increasing financial inclusion in Ghana. It didn't recognize that we were supporting financial development, economic development in Ghana. Didn't recognize all of those things. It just said, these people, they are causing us problems. And therefore, it might affect our political chances, so let's shut it down. What led to the liquidity crisis? He refused to pay us. He paid others. He refused to pay our contractors. And they thought that maybe if they paid the money would come to me. And I've been telling people everywhere, that money, it doesn't belong to me. It belongs to customers. I've even said before, in writing to Jubilee House, that if you don't want to pay me, let's sit down and agree who is owed and pay them directly. Pay them directly. What is left, you give to us. Why wouldn't they mind us? Why would they even don't want to talk to me? Why? Why? And this thing, look, after Mr. Oforiatta sent his memorandum to cabinet, you know that according to what I'm holding here, cabinet did not agree that they should collapse GN Bank. Let me read to you what cabinet said. It says, cabinet at its 36th meeting held on Thursday, 19th July 2018, considered a report of the Cabinet Committee on Economic Matters on the above memorandum submitted by the Minister for Finance. The memorandum requested Cabinet to consider and approve the revocation of the license of GN Bank as it was found to be in distress and unable to meet the new minimum capital requirement. However, Cabinet resolved that the Minister of Finance and Bank of Ghana should continue to engage the shareholders and management of the bank on the way forward so as to ensure confidence in the ongoing banking sector reforms in the country. I would be grateful if you could take action on the decision by Cabinet. And this was sent to the Honorable Minister for Finance and to the Governor of the Bank of Ghana. From Cabinet.
Mote, Nyamina Mekau, Papa Kwesi Indum is speaking. Documents in that screen is now. Kwayo Mudi Indum Faso. 10 ofori enata ekanidi hu. Wona kane no we sana hene. Kwayo Faso collapse Indum Bank. Document ena da hono o de sakrata we Indum. Ekan kire what they call cabinets. So muye den yengu bank no 10 ofori ata no this adwume. They should collapse the bank. And the some banks are who do a collapse or memory. How many banks? Several of them. And at the end, they are trying to revamp the bank. The banks need liquidity support. And they are there for his and he could write for bunch of crooks. When we are crooks, rogues, rats, ragamuffins, we are simply evil people. Papa Kwesi Ndum, oye Ghana ni. Papa Kwesi, oye Ghana ni. Papa Kwesi, oye businessman. Papa Kwesi, oye a private entrepreneur, meboa. Papa Kwesi, wa employ Ghanaians. Papa Kwesi, otiane tax, meboa. If it is no, let's all try to be human as God created us. Say, with or without political space na meniade minim na Papa Kwesi enrane ne whatever no onye na adwuma no ntua tax mra banim na munye bi mfanye de mo be yes anete na mo so mo nrane mo de why do you go and collapse his bank the India Prince Kofi Amwaben ukwe ni bank said nti nipa ewo UT bank we na obi a wo mu nya atoto wirem ni kwayem obi ye yi nkrofo adi na ye den eno na ye den banks ahodo a ye collapse no ha make say a lot millions of Ghanaians deposit ni na aye boachi bidin. Every now and then, Ghana forecourt demonstration. We yesi kama fahini o ediebe ni ye twa dro ni ye dede. Yesi kana ira na mweni aje. Na mweni aje. Mo nkwa amode indum. Some say document ni ye real. Meboa. But kwan amode indum bank no fast no. E wo document mo. Listen to me one more time, Ghanaians. Mo say document ni ye den. And you're authentic, is it not? Now, kwan ya document ni ye den. Emma the scaling revelations of how Indum's bank went down the abyss. No documents in Aka Indum's suno watch him. So who is telling the truth? Makacha may say any person or group of persons mudimbe pay documents in nana juwe. So what to dia come the doors of the Frontline are open. Come yenu ninkomo. Me say come ni enimu ninkomo. Mu ya mamoyefo ankasa mu ye wudifo nkabrichi numa hofo mu ya boniyefo na mutrimu odin na mutiso owuo kura hum nipa mobo kakra mu tiso owuo mu fa nipa no mu a mu se no mu bae se mu bekum na mawia na masei. It was all these Ghanaian businesses here, ye collapsing, say be ya enuma yenye biniyenye na indum say wo collapse the bank na indum wentumi a wa employ nipa sankrofo nya he no mko enya Ghana mountains no mbeko. So is the MPP government telling me kweku say mu wo ho to create jobs? Vice President campaign na wo ye de agide campaign no Vice President wo ye no o ye de agide when there are many things now, me person documents ye are part 2 of this document and so on. Now we would maybe do a vice president and all. The vice president Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. He is not on to me money ni dre. Ne nime guasie gua say only sense of shame. So be see the tears ni we su impose. Ebra ye ka say dollar ne dru saying. Dollar nedru saying 16 and I saying and Bawumia still has the alacrity, the prowess, the ability, the menacingly still to go out there and stand on campaign platform say warrior campaign. Why? Ghanaians, look at me. Monfesti anemame a joke. No outway and that crutch for book crutch. Come on, Ghanaians, let's get serious. I bought down for Krecho. Ya mayor more Krecho. Won't call Krecho uncle Tom said, when we teach to hot, Nasa uncle boys, no mutite. Or what? Yeah, true, my dear. Our kindergarten no mutter first year, Nemame, and I'm on first year, Nemame. And Yare for Nim Crassisem. We are in a day. And you think this is going to convince Ghanaians to vote for you? Oh, come on, give us a break. Take Ghanaians a bit serious, eh? The seriousness of Ghanaians is what is leading all of us into the abyss. Now, first year, Nemame, and first year, Nemame, yet is here now, Mamma. Yet is here, Mamma, where they? Huh? Pualugu. Go to Pualugu, go and ensure that the $1 billion now, yet you could see Pualugu Dabna, matches Canadian, Mobe Fiaba. There's too much of wickedness in our body politics now. Our politics ain't taking all of us, or if not, to any promise you know, it's rather taking us into the abyss. At the expense and at the wealth of others to live good. Enti ena machiche. Muna moye adishye. Yeah. Make a sense of what Indum has just spoken to us about. How the bank collapsed.
The collapse of GM Bank, no. Indum raised a few issues. I say at that point in time, the bank no has more branches up in Ghana than any other bank.
Yeah.
And it is true. Call Ekrasi Bia we say Indian bank wo every village, every Kana now we Indian banks wo. And the government at that point in time was pursuing something called the financial inclusion. How to make financial services available to every Ghanaian. So if that is the agenda of the government at that point in time, now a bank that went down to the ordinary Ghanaian, everybody could have access to Indum's bank. Now, say a good bank, no sana, a high bank kakra. Ama a lot of people that were employed in those banks, they all went unemployed. But another thing that strikes me is Indum makes the point that at that point in time, the cabinet didn't agree for the bank to be collapsed.
Because, why do you think the cabinet won't agree? Make a sense of that.
Because of the kind of services the bank was.
And look at the letter, Keno Foriata, extra cabinet, just Mungu Bank. No.
So if cabinet was against the decision, are we saying
I don't understand
that
this.
an individual's decision supersedes that of a whole cabinet?
Hey.
Yeah, because if the whole cabinet says they are against the decision of the collapse of the bank, and it took the decision of one individual to collapse the bank, then
and even though according to him cabinets are disagreeing, but eventually the bank actually saw the collapse.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. So if cabinet disagrees,
this is serious. Ghanaians
made sure that the bank was collapsed. If cabinet says no, it means that individual's decision supersedes that of cabinet, which does not augur well for the country at all.
Does not augur well for the country at all. Yes, of course, executive producer Yao Yamba just spoke. Now, folks, you the Mura documents anymore. Tonight, we're giving you part 2 of the review of the document. Friday, you're the part 3, beba. Monday, your holiday. So, we'll be back on Wednesday, I guess. Well, say, yes, Wednesday, you're the Shasi, another. Nasa second document in the and yebe kanya chirewa enye weyo we ne part 2 na ne part 2 no be chire wo se afi enioma na document we chire se wo mu capture we wo ma capture no second document no will tell you say oh yes it is already done, it is a done deal wo ma capture bibia wie nti menye wa adwen se oh Baumiano document na kan ho asem ekwanya wo mo de senti wo mo de baw na ono Baumiano kra no ho kra ya mobo ono wa ite se nchine wa yirem. He's like a dot in the ocean. They are just using him. Ghanaians me kan kra na kira mu me manu we nti onipa mpemasem nipa empemasem, but I don't care. Baumiano, they are just using him or a proxy keke wo mo nim se Baumiano enyo onu nti nyo de wo mo using keke. Well, you have a document in just about 15 minutes gone past the hour 9. The Frontline investigate, shall we? Now, part of Yedrusi document in a capture title and so said the political terrain. Political terrain, what is in the political terrain? Listen carefully. Or say, as we make the final push for the EC registration. Now listen, now we are assembly Koswa. The National Democratic Congress took a hard stand. Or say, as we make the final push for the EC registration, it is important to roll out our final onslaught to ensure that NDC eventually becomes a fringe party, whereas we do not expect the Electoral Commissioner herself to blatantly cripple the NDC. We could deploy the other non-EC functions, such as the need to maintain law and order, using our people within the security agencies to frustrate NDC supporters from either registering or voting. Brian Echampon would be key in this endeavor. Ati. Osedian, Brian Echampon will be a key endeavor. Or be a key in this endeavor. The same Brian Echampon no kojina kwa abetifi no ka kire Ghana for say enya de omudi tumi ne be ma hwan mokai. Do you recall Ghanaians omo kasa won ade omo ye no it said what the Bible had written. Everything that was written in the Bible it's like it is meant to happen, and they are working accordingly to the blueprint. The same brand Champion almost sa a whooping 60% of Ghanaians, our wealth from Senate. Yeah, the man, J. Fako. Or see, before then, we must have a critical evaluation of our strength and weaknesses in order to be well positioned for the task ahead. As some worker wahane say, I feel one more say, electoral commission or so vote limited offense and voter limited registrations or whatever you will call it. One more be say, one more be yen you may be a ebetimi ama NDC for no ehu wo mo ho anu ye na ebe neutralize wo mo kra afi eye friend is saying wo mo kan example electoral commission won be use nkrophobia akwet wo mo ye non aligned e dia crepo NDC for na afi wo mo be hwe se wo mo be ye evaluation ahwe wo ma honden ene wo mo weakness na wo me position wo mo hu ye ansa na bato na aiden abaso na nipa obedi saadi we mu akotene ahwema akoyie no Brandon Champon, the current agric minister. Na yenkwe oze the youth and women's wings of our party remain our weakest link. Every effort must therefore be made to get our national organizer to fill in the gap. Same applies to getting Osla to assist the women's wing. The substandard tag on Nana Boakye seems to be a perfect description of who he is per the earlier assessment made by DM Ufuriata and the co-writers of the August 2019 report. This is a tag we should actually shroud from his personal knowledge. In the meantime, we should keep up assurance of broad smiles towards him until he is gradually won from us. Ote, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Or say, the substandard tag on Nana Boakye seems to be a perfect description of who he is per the earlier assessment made by DM Ufuriata and the co-writers of the August 2019 report. This is a tag we should actually shroud from his personal knowledge. In the meantime, we should keep up assurance of broad smiles towards him until he is gradually won from us. He pales into insignificance in comparison to George Opare-Addo of the NDC. It is therefore important to avoid a one-on-one debate between our youth organizer and that of the NDC for the time being. Iranum, Mobo. Sa Abrante Nana Boakye or MPP mu. When we said documenting it taking care of him, did that. And there are several people who are better to Omudia. According to this document, it taking care of them, even though they are also NPP for. It's more than Papa. What more your mother to say? I don't know. Enti, womu believe it says, Sa Nana Boakye, Henry Boakye. Womu believe it says, Owanyanse bi ombetimi atwe sa nyansa ne de akoye o made. Enti sa brimo bia nya ne kika no. Na mom womu nsire nkyere no ha nice o ye kama say nanso womu tirim no mai so huriye. Ebribi beba wonum betwe no e de na to form so otwe ase. Na womu mpese womo ebeye ne basabasa no womo de na etoto obi ti se hwan George Opare-Addo of the NDC na oma hwe se sign no be position say nipe ene oma honden na hwade yemra obi foforo so kwan ono so mo be take care of him make us say ene the news out there says nipa no ene after how many days weeks no chastise Baumia akasetia Baumia egu Baumia ni mu ase say nipa no ene mate say oka Baumia campaign team no za na 70 but the document he says they've taken care of him already. And who is this person? Now listen. Or say a very good asset the party must. Why you can say me ora Kennedy Japan. Or say the party must, as a matter of need and plausibility, defend him going into the 2022 elections. 2020 elections. He has the utmost control over our quote action troopers unquote and all the former criminal elements who are proposed for the final push. So no party na omo criminals go party them. Also, in addition to his deep pocket, his financing of the grassroots affirms our dire need of him at all costs in the 2020 elections. While conceding his magnanimity towards the base, his trenchant for being a loose cannon in attacking persons who should be left alone is sometimes worrying. As a result, he must eventually be warned off as our project reaps dividends to needless and less of his funding. His self-confessed unbridled quest for personal wealth is a potential threat to causing us to suffer needless exposure. It is important for a dossier to be prepared on him and deliberately leaked through our friends in the opposition who would call for his prosecution. Colonel Opoku is to revise the 2016 plan and progress to his dossier for this purpose, but should not be filed under any official seals. Mote, Ura Kennedy Japan on Wakana Samohano. Document in just obo mu bebre. Wabua MPP wakonia say naso nanso oyobia nano na okasa wo yese o hankrofo nimne ade enti according to the document no. Wonom ya den empe kwan bi so emwaboa enioma waye ya wonu betimi yusu sa nem na e de akweti ono akanedi Japan say be on be bre na se nyame na make document in na eka na eno no enipa wo mu de say dwuma ne share ne nsa no eye owura bia oye sojeni peni and omo de na ko share him for one of the regions no eye Colonel Opoku say o man brigade Opoku ana bibisa and a document in eka no wehu enso ende Kennedy Japan emso gina Baumia campaign platform so mobo keke yenkwe now yemra miami nua o minua ono so ekwan ye de na irade kwabna yo o say na yedru ura Samia Oku Sami what's the word there
is
Ose
is
yo Sami is a very good material with excellent political prospects. His loyalty to Nana should be acknowledged to encourage him to repeat his 2016 effort of getting to the grounds to mobilize the youth. It is imperative, however, to watch his seeming rifts with wine and Kojo upon Nkrumah. His loyalty beyond the term of Nana cannot be guaranteed. Hence, the need to go all out and prop up Kojo upon Nkrumah in a subtle way. As to whether says Samia Oku any upon Nkrumah nim their party nim penny for be person omo ye omienu yakopon penny nim. It may be instructive to prepare piece of information regarding his encounters with the women, which appears to be an exercise in his case. It makes him vulnerable to blackmail as a national organizer and a key campaign person. It is perhaps important to limit his access to the inner circle and condone him off gradually by introducing Mustafa Hamid during the final bouts of the campaign. This would, in essence, shield Nana from any damage arising from a leak of Sami's escapades. Oh, Bonnie Ben and Mini Ayamo. Bonnie Ben pa sebsem prediasan. Just one party say, a quiet with your rat, Samia Okusu be fast and say, yes, or you'll be a lawyer to the Nana campaign, Nana government. Now, so as a so mo boaboa niema bia no e de den e de twen no enioma ben no mbe boaboa no de atwen Samia Oku according to the document no oyobia according to nyame na America say bio I say same ai oye kama brantie kama no ho fe e masam kakra bi ni ade sisi neni so anti no e masam na oye no wono empike sa information te ne e ma no dodo no a bi asame ni mo ma no medidi dia gro bi pen kra bia na on ware empo yenko frefo mu na na efo mu no mo emplot sa secret conspiracy we nani na mu no ebra wono mo pese o mo yesa no na o mo prepare so say eye miami nu abochi Mustafa Hamed nso te corner ho a ono eba ne necessary memo will take you over na wama enemy bi any adeda ho ti ha o say oh God of Israel. A key point, however, is much dangerous flirtation with the Kufuor camp, an aspect which raises serious questions regarding the need to contain him. My goodness. Into ohu kwaya yade Samia Oku ebe faso. Now yemra why John Wood. It is now John Wood is to say ono so kwaya mfaso mutu na de so. Ba yenhwe de ebisi ha. Or say it is perhaps not too good to admit publicly, but his performance has been short of all past general secretaries. Going forward, we should manage the level of competence which faces us a serious political party. His actions and inactions are a complete definition of wealth accumulation agenda. His blatant involvement in Galamsey, Muntio, John Wedu Asam Yeken, woman say ni blatant involvement in Galamsey in the Wasa, if found, could be an embarrassing state of affairs. The last report prepared by Dr. Amwaku Tufuor affirms the facts as well as the revelation about the monies he took from 183 candidates for government appointment. Jesus Christ. Heaven break loose. John Wedu wants some near coming. Jesse, one must say John Wedu, why are there or born home or your asset to make me keep you now. So, according to the document, one must say, and you may be so quasua ebe to me. Aha, Jenny said, document in it just said John Wedu, a Galamsey, ewa wasaho baby. Emma and no, a late Amwaku Tufuor, a prepared document bia na John Wedu and who will move. Afi sa document yi kra no so na ebe pie mu se nani na no allegations wo ho wo mo che se John Wedu agi sika afri enipa bi ho nipa sen 183 candidate ansa na ye the appointment mom say ye ne kra say ye ne kra Nyankopon peninim. That is why I am saying to you, say ubi a obeti udin no say ye ne kro say ye ne kro, our doors are open, come na be you one no. Now, young Cosway, or say, unfortunately, his alcohol addiction and his weakness regarding women makes him hugely vulnerable. That notwithstanding, he has a rare talent to churn out crazy ideas which yield beneficial outcomes. He should only be watched and shepherded to hand over to much more competent person post the 2020 elections. He has very little to offer in the 2020 elections, and there is the need to import Ejakun, Papa Owusu Ankoma, Kwabena Ejapon to paper over potential flaws coming out of his actions. Ebi o ma me pese mechire mo otwi mu, de metumi aka kire wan. Na yen hwe say, na yemra the Rollins factor. Although not a party member, he has become very useful too in the scheme of our affairs. Nana must be encouraged to maintain his relationship with him and ensure a firm grip of him to avoid any damaging loose talk that may affect our chances. So far, his public comments have been favorable. Why some the late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rollins into mobile kaya and so baby, in between 2019-2020 Ghana for some the kind of relationship a course war between President Adodanko Akufo-Addo and the former and late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. It was very shocking. All right? So, ni na document in the come on. Naturally, say, Enkuta Hudia, woman Rawlings bedie no, ni na fan full respect be keke. Say, Beya Rawlings, embeti mungu omoso. Yam Konswe. Or say, the NDP led by Nana Kunedu must be assisted to undertake its activities and to ensure that they file and contest the 2020 elections. It is obvious that whatever vote would be, what's the word? Janet by the NDP would be votes that would otherwise have gone to the NDC. Well, Kunedu Ajima Rawlings, so one more than a faso. Yamrai. Now, other minor parties. Also, further to this, it is ultimately important to ensure we help reactivate and encourage the minor parties to contest. Many of their supporters have an antipathy towards the NDC. With some financial inducement to their polling agent, we could construct an understanding with them to show up the number of pro-NPP polling agents at the polling stations. It is non-negotiable to ensure that the LPG, GUM, Equiadonko, and GCPP are all cleared to contest, depending on the outcome of our next negotiations. The following parties could be eliminated by the Electoral Commission if they fail to agree to our pre-position. Maverick Kofi Ghani, Kofi Krantin, Akwesi Odike of the United Progressive Party, Akwesi Busumburu of the People's Action Party, New Vision Party, United Renaissance Party, and the UFP, and the others who may also file for the CPP, PNC, and possibly APC. They may be allowed to contest in order to shed the EC and our government of any wrongdoing. Nti moye we na eden wo bone e wo mutim bone nko party nkumenkuma na wo mo ho no asem a document ni kan say wo mo be boa ma party nkumenkuma ni bebre ayeden a file nemom e ade bi nti na mo yesa yes afi omu kodru ba bia wo mo be ye ne say wo mo be file o mo file no wo mo no mo kwotena se aye negotiation say mo me boa ne yenyen wini nemom sa party nkumenkume anya o madwene am form support na ma kwan o mdo o fast ne say last minute no o mu kodru we ni mo registration ma wo mama electoral commission ayeden efelu o mu ina mutrimu odi yo na yemra topic back on say religion and chieftaincy religion and chieftaincy ne boni be no mu kodi wo asofo ekuku damfo bi wo oman mu mama somra ha o say Ghana population is largely made up of Christians. We must bear that in mind in all our activities. It is therefore essential for the government to take an interest in the relationship between the government and the church. It is further evident that a large number of discerning Ghanaians are not comfortable with the proliferation of mushroom churches and their activities. This is visible in the large support and commendations received by Kennedy AGYAPADIE when he declared war on the church. Afimu ahana mede mo be fie enti afire Matthias ye bra me won na tu na ye so for expose no ebinum be kan so mo say it was government sponsored expose. I'm sorry, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. You declare war and so what church for so as of one be bringing, and I need to make this and make it quite clear because a brother me want to say some PA, but me nya any intelligence bia, and I didn't. Then this document is named surface here. Now here, or say government can easily capitalize on this. Not just expose na ye on no. According to this document, I say government can easily capitalize on this and quickly come forward with a legislation to regulate these charges. Immediate examples include Rwanda and would bring an end to the vulnerable women who have suffered years of abuse at the hands of these bashroom pastors. Yeah. Muka na mene mo be ya adwen wo kwan bi say enya mukodi wo mo bone na we have to regulate the charges. Also, these issues notwithstanding, it is important to identify and profile some church leaders within the country as they seem to perpetrate an agenda against our political tradition. They must be properly contained and muted critically. Ote, one must say, as so funny be one more Kasema MPP for no. Now, when you are the MPP fast, sir, I saw for no more than one more a poby at the Mawam no more yom wedma. I saw for me. Now, listen to the names. 1. Duncan Williams. His love for money is not in doubt, and material inducement and commercial gains make him vulnerable to market incentives. This means that he has a good nose for the highest bidder. His relationship with leading members of the NDC is an open secret. It is therefore important to encourage the EC chair to build better relations and frequent his his place as discreet as possible to seek spiritual directions and make firm pledges of her commitment to a transparent election, knowing very well that he would further reassure the NDC establishment of the honesty of the EC system. This will give them the comfort we need in order to tame a potential NDC aggressive posture towards the EC. With him, as someone who come and said, "Ayo Duncan William, one more chance at Woyobia, Ope Ewiasia Fefedie, Sika, and Yahunya, into one more than ever fast our quanoso. A biom, electoral commissioner, my men also, one more shan kutu passe, Oman in 9 and 10 was our sorry ho. No me papa no anko modie nim ne ade ni didi nkoma didi omo hu nkomo sa nim ne ade na odi temi papa no yaw ensem na bi ehu ye ha ensem ukoso the night is busier than the day, trust me folks. Me who be that bone now listen. Afi the next also for mu be take care of hwan Bishop Charles Ajen Asari. Now listen. Ozay, quite visibly, an NDC sympathizer who only appears to speak whenever NPP is in power. He must be watched carefully. Our men within his inner circle have done pretty well with accurate briefs, but it is time to adopt an open, muscular approach. The respect and esteem with which he is held by other leading pastors may need to be married by recruiting other high stage pastors to launch vile attacks in some ingenious ways. However, the president must desist from directly responding to him as advised by our people within his inner circle. Alright. Bishop Ajinasari, also may take care of him. Should I say, woman say papa, woman is all NDC. Yes. Now on cars and papa for MPP Honda. Now as someone more can say, ono sa Ajinasari no bishop no. Woman I then a planting crofo bebre e inner circles. Our more then picking more informations. Now woman share akonia sebia. Woman betimi ama the inner circle for no. Enya more dozia womo de betwe papa no abofom o ma se no prekope afi yemra hwan oze we no okay so yeah obefa some kwanchankra oh yeah. Okay so yeah obefa some kwanchankra yeah take it up
some crunching ankra. He is perhaps even more visible a surrogate of the NDC who has cleverly concealed this aspect to appear as a national Christian hero. A constant eye watch and monitoring of this man is required with specific efforts to contain his commercial interests, which have been identified.
Asem omo ka ohane say ora sam kwanchan kre wosu ye take care of wo dada kire say yes wo ye NDC ni na wo mahu say emode bebrebe a wabo no what be like a hero in the circles of the body of Christ. Enti ekwe bia so no wo mu de nipa ehwe enisem timi say me de bia wo mu hwe osi a show de na fi wo mu yes specific effort a wo betimi afa so de amwa wo say gire afi hwan ne edu no so
Pastor Mensa Ota
Annabel yankos we.
Even though sympathetic to us, information suggests that the closure of Capital Bank has somehow affected his loyalty to Nana. Brother Ken Ofori Atter's account of his demeanor on the night before the announcement of the closure of Capital Bank indicates he was not too averse with our decision. The strategic implication of Ken meeting with the pastor and subsequent feedback from his inner circle points to the impression that he may, out of spite, opt for an NDC replacement. Should that happen, it will be seen as a declaration of war by one of our own. We should be reminded that our insider fighting you is more dangerous than the sworn enemy. In any case, he appears to be more aligned with the Kufuor camp. Intelligent efforts should be adopted to root his church following against his person, should he defect. Possible access to his personal assets, business interests, and potential relations with some women will need to be exploited.
But I had last interest and potential there being. Hey.
Possible access to his personal assets, business interests, and potential relations with some women will need to be explored in finer detail.
Iranum. Mensa Otabel, Pastor Mensa Otabel, your software. Now, according to the document, not me, or say, oye hunipa. Now, so ora Mensa Otabel, ewo yaudiebi, ewo ni mwe yaudie ya. Sa yaudie nuwa Mensa Otabel wane chirese. Ebra won mu gu bank na ye Capital Bank no. Chirese, sikebi ko Capital Bank ho, mobe kaya atu Asian. Mensa Otabel. Na minim se, when we say Mensa Otabel, the woman yanwe. Because, sa atu Asian Capital Bank deal no. Atu Asian, no, Mensa Otabel, no so ye, the board chairman of the bank. Enti, Mensa Otabel and associates. And so ebeji sika ni bi. Say sika no mumi say Mensa Otabel or the Akoma bank na wetu ya na wontu ya. Ni na aka ho na ma bank ni collapse. No mu hu ni say Mensa Otabel e wo yawde bi wonu mu. Enti afi o masem ni say Emma ora Ken Ofori e na ataka ni din hu ene ni kodi nkomo na nkomo ni nya star na papa no ne bo so nwo so. Ni na kokosi say puto hwegum dan kwansere ba kuma na eso mo pai no mo ko mebe bank ni collapse. No mu ni so yobi a oni Kufuor ebopa nanso wo mu de ni ehwe no se wanya sutie no oya asobrachewa wo be take care of eno mo sa kire mu biom su se afi no mu hu susu se oni mma bi wo agro bi nan fosam bi ni ade nom ne he fa hene sen he na ebripa na hu be hia se so mu take care of sa ma no bi no e ba be a potential de be a proxy war against Mensa Otabel. Massa, very explosive, is it not? Young Koswe.
National Chief Imam.
Hey, Chief Imam, so the Ekahon.
Government must prepare an exit plan for the National Chief Imam.
Can you imagine?
This has become necessary in view of the fact that the demise of his deputy has created a vacancy. The intense lobbying by the other Muslim leaders should properly be handled in the face of the promises we have made to each of them. Government will need to find a discreet way of influencing the process of the appointment of the next National Chief Imam as well as the deputy. The candidates for this should be well-verified party sympathizers who are likely to stand with the party in crucial circumstances as has been with the current Ashanti region Imam. Nana has shown his love for the Zongo community by creating the Zongo Ministry and establishing the Zongo Development Fund. This is both remarkable and historic in the annals of the political history of Ghana. By this singular act, Nana has taken bold steps towards breaking the NDC monopoly of the Zongos. This project is a must if we ever intend remaining relevant within the Zongos. Finally, cognizance has to be taken for elevating over 50 chieftains to paramountcy status. We need further elevation of such chiefs in redefining our very statehood for which the new uncelebrated old powerful kingdom is to be restored. It is very instructive looking at the broad coverage of Ibuakwa, Kotoku, Bosome. We must critically guard against any such issues of the JSC Amegache ruling of 2019.
Hey! Edi asem. Na wa Ibuakwa ni Kotoku ni Bosome ukabomwa. Ebedru he. Munru bebia. So still, when we adwene da omutim. Yankoswe. We are done, right?
Yeah.
Folks,
We are done for today.
Yeah, the rest Yankoso ne. This is very shocking. Dear Yaw Ekan as a chain and say a Kwanya Zongo community no NDC for AC Aiden a patch on camp hono is a no-go area. It's one of the says President Adodankwa Akufo the so to anamobia ebema ND FNSM Zongo communities no so ekobedo NPP. Abiom womo sense susu say as say imam wote akunwa so. Sheikh Sarabutu as so mu ehwe so me take care of. Say o exit and I say bia 77 prediasa. So oni hobiom a ekwan ombefa so mbeye si ahene no. Say nipa no must be obi a oye sympathizer to the NPP. Asichira no. Na afie anu firi ho a eba ahini a wonum susu se enkronkro be de di ho a ewo Eastern region a ye Ebuakwa Kotoku ene Bosome no womu be de say we must critically guard against any such de benya na kire say ruling bia badeda o AJS Amagache ruling in 2019 ruling kuno media minim. But one more says, sir, one be almost nice way in the traditional chieftaincy status. Massa, in some ho. Now, you do any see her Friday, the weekend frontline. You better share the rest night. I'm making a message, Navy, and sorry so. Now, yanko, we a part 2 of the review of the AGYAPADIE document, folks. Yes, okay. Yankin Kamezin. I say from Ibrahim Osman Kumasi, right? Ibrahim, then I walk. I say, please, Mr. Annan, where from this document?
Your ways go break up.
Okay, I say, Charlie Kweku, there are other financial institutions that must be brought to book to not only GN Bank. I say men's goal, etc. I feel what Papa Kwesi Indum is going through. Don't mention Pastor Mensa Otabe's name. He is my dad. Ni Adiso. Oh, ni. Ose, hi, Kweku. Let's refresh our minds on this. Do you remember the former energy minister, Mr. Boakye Jakon, and other Ameridale? I hope you get it, right? Among all, Mr. Boakye is my #1 presidential candidate. This very investigation tells that he was used as an scapegoat just to terminate his presidential ambition, because these people on code know that he is capable of succeeding Nanado, and he hails from the Krobo and Ashanti lineage. So it is true he was eliminated because of his Ashanti lineage. Oh, why? God help us. Owen Manya Krobo no debai. Owen. I love that name. I said, this Achim Mafia are evil, arrogant, and have no respect for anyone wiser or higher than them under the title Adishia. Good evening, Uncle Kweku. I want you to take solace from the book of Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19, which says that, quote, they would fight against you, but they shall not prevail against you, for I am with you, declares the Lord, to deliver you. Keep on doing the good work, and the sky would definitely be your limit. From Daniel Kofi Ajiman, Gomwa Kwe Krum. Hey, Dan, salute you, eh? Good. Very lovely, very lovely. Honorable Suleimana Amadou from Okaikwe Central. Thank you for enlightening the people of this country this evening. The most useless and clueless political party Ghana has ever had is this new NPP party formed by the Achim Mafia led by Akufo-Addo. Whilst other past leaders were fighting to create employment, this current NPP's priority is to collapse businesses to enable them to promote unemployment. I don't think anyone in his right senses is going to vote for them, but rather those out of their right senses. Thank you. Oh, Honorable Suleimana, or message ni muhram. Okay, that's so come on. Good evening, my boss. I say, good evening, my boss. This bad family are wicked. They are not thinking about Ghana forward, but one day the table will turn. Inshallah. Razak from Uti region on the Bay. Hi, good evening, Kweku. NPP government came to destroy, kill, and steal dollar rates. It's 15 hardship everywhere. All good people of Ghanaian, let's kick this NPP government out. God save Ghana. Thanks. And Ode Ebae. I'll say hi. Good evening, Kweku. I am Akrasu Emmanuel from Jiwani Nkwanta. This document should be taken to the parliament for every Ghanaian to see how wicked this political party NPP is. Oforiatta intentionally collapsed the individual banks for their banks to work. NPP, please, we are dying. Oh, Tom, NPP never again. The party of monsters. My regards to my mother, Mother Abna Budiwa, and Mr. Kweku Ejay. No, they we should the audios near there. I said them, hi Kweku, spread this document across the world, many stations for us to rescue this country. We have to stop them. I'm weeping as I send this message. Please, I ask for your number or come to CTV. I can't say anything more. Okay, I'm Charles from Tema. Charles, wait to me about me Hawaii. I say, Mr. Annan, I like you so much for the good work you are doing for the mother Ghana. This Achim Mafias, Almighty God is watching them, and they will face it one day. Or they abeto no. I say, good evening, CTV. I am Kingsley from Obo Kweu. I wonder, based on what would one support the NPP and vote for Baumia and NPP? After all, these mayors Ghanaians should know Mahama is not Ghana's problem. The real problem is NPP. It's valueless supporters who don't value their life, and that's of the generation yet unborn. Let me see this. I'll say, please. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, you don't want me to read it on air. Okay, find a way to call me, then we'll discuss that. Why? Good evening, Kweku. I think Dr. Indum should petition Parliament on this serious allegations. All right? Well, I say, good evening, bro. This NPP government, led by this heartless old man, his family's wicked cronies, is the most useless, senseless, unbridled, insensitive government of the century. Lord, in Kumasi, Lord, there are certain serious words that I don't want to go with it. So, bro, what at all did Ghanaians did wrong, I'm sure, to this NPP government to warrant all this punishment Ghanaians shall overcome by December 7 from Bokas Adan and Odifri Eba programming. So, good evening, sir. You are doing a great job to enlighten us. May the good Lord break their ranks and bring their plans to naught. Oh. Good evening, Jakweku. May the Lord protect you for this great work. You see, I said before that some of our leaders are witches and wizards. Maybe you don't understand me. Have you seen it now? Trees their roots where they are coming from. Dankwa Buzia Domo traditions. Fire will burn them all. Robert Abokobino Difri Ebae. We say good evening, Kweku. Please, I pray that different parties should take over and prepare the Galamsey housing for them as a prison and pack them away. Shame on MPP. Gina Amasama no Difri Eba Hasim. Or say, your station signal is bad and break down. Signals on emu enkoye omuguswa ehweduma. Good evening, Kweku. Please, we need to explain this particular document to the youth and the church. Can you send me the PDF through WhatsApp? Keep up the good work. May Yahweh richly bless you and protect you, your steps. All right. Scar Fix. The producer better obey to me. Asene Amamwa. Why? We all say, hello, Kweku. Good evening to you and your hard-working team for the good job you guys are doing. Also, how do I get a copy of the document? Whatever there is, the document is true and the fact. My name is Nya Gome Francis. I get goosebumps listening to the document, and I have already started spreading the news. Okay. Very good one there. Good evening. With all these wickedness of the NPP, Baumia is going around campaigning for people to vote for him, and the people are still following him to vote for him. Oh, Ghana. Folks, good evening. There is a name on page 5 of the document. Page 5, let me see. Let me see page 5. Okay. There's a need to go there. Quick. Now, I'm in so the name on page 5 for no. Mami hwe din be na ewo ho. Okay, here is page 5. Mini mo. Page 5. Okay, page 5. Page 5. I only know of adopted children. Wow. Okay, we'll look at it. Folks, messages in there. So good evening. Tell the man. Good evening, sir. Please, can I report some critical cases to you after your great program? This is my contact number. Okay, Titus. Titus, producer will get in touch with you. Okay. Good evening, Brakweku. My name is Kojo Osei from Kwashibu, Accra. Ghanaians shouldn't make a mistake to vote for Baumia, or else we are dead. I'll say, in fact, today's expose is too much to phantom on. I'll say, hi, greetings and salutations. The next revolution and execution wouldn't be like that of Rawlings in the late 70s. They should be put to death using the laws of Ghana for treason. Or canon. Or say, please, can I have the document, please? Please send me the PDF of AGYAPADIE. Okay, Yahoo it my you. Okay, good evening, Kweku. Messages doors. Great work, Obia the BC has said. Yakupon Yadama. I will say, good evening. Tell the man who said Mesa Otabo is his father. And so what? He is don't insult him, please. I say, great work done, boss. I hope Indum's Bank revives. Waiting for the NDC. Wrong side too. Please, how can I get access to the document? Zoe. Is it CK Road, Volta region? And I'll be free by. Hi, Kweku. This is NPP. This is NPP. Very whitish, wicked. Thanks. I am Barbara from Barbara, where are you from? Was it Barbara from is it? I can't read that. So good evening. Thanks for enlightening us. Let's vote them out and bring Anoche Frimpong to for president. Thank you. I'm Barbara from Oyarefa. Oh, okay. Oyarefa na udi ifri ebaye. Okay. Let me see this one. Good evening, Kweku. This document should be read over and over again for proper dissemination, even after elections. Okay. Also, Odia Odebana, say Eto Asum Papa. Message now flood the phone. And I want to give my viewers. Please, I am Joseph Garney from Kumasi. I need the document. Okay. Make a date with us on Friday. You are going to hear the most explosive one. There's a part 2 of this document, and that's going to blow you out. Folks, pressure is building on me to. They are laughing over there. Pressure is building on me to close the show. Let me close it. Folks, this has been, of course, the Frontline review of the AGYAPADIE document, of course, brought to you by Ora Black Star for Bomodiana Kopo Masas in the Bito, Nanyama, Intimi, Enkoye, and Fema. Why? Yankopon Yadoma, Friday will bring you the part 3 of the review. It is very explosive, and Nyoma is shame to me who be that. Now, we documents we natural kwanya MPP for no aiden, ebu minor. And it's a way outsider looking in, you may not really make an understanding of it all. And again, if you are an inside out, looking inside out, so you may not get it, because even within the NPP Nukrano, there are few people and we are exposed to what is going on and we name the game plan and the roadmap. A very scary time. Now, according to the document, they are all champion at the way according to the document. President Adudanko Akufo any new anomna one move free at Chamhono. No, we are asking them to come out and deny. When we deny, then we take it to the next level. Folks, in the coming days, things will blow your mind. Until I make a choice and make a date with us. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the time is 8 o'clock sharp. You call a friend to call a friend. All of us together will sit, talk, and make a sense of it all. Until I come your way, Friday with a weekend Frontline. I am Kwekwana, great guys and Mami production. Ruby X, Mr. Momo Modia, Monfantoso, now Ruby X, Mumvo to Emma Yunia, Ruby X, non Conquaje, the best on the was on Mr. the best there student in sound engineering. Mumvo to Yankupon Yadma on the 9th of August, Nedumidi, Airbaso, Ewo, Accra Metropolitan Assembly Hall. I Ruby X, Oko a Uniswa, voting a Uniswa, now what type a year star. Friend saying 44 yes and etiana I know what type it Nina Bibia Gusu know what type it come now if you are ordinary code no a GT 186 now the account no vote Miss Ramo Ope Basem Miss Ramo Ope Maseminti Bomodia na ko vote ma minue na ontimi enya the best sound engineering Ruby X or your engineer CTV has a Obuama Bibia Kukuye. And of course, I have other great guys over there, Best Mark, and then online editor Keynes, and then the indefatigable executive producer Yao Yamba. I have Kofi Ansah bereaved Kofi, yes, and then editor at large, also here in charge, research. And not Kofi Ejiri, women are coming with the production of the Brem. George Neo Kainte, all the way in Chicago in the United States. Until I come your way, Friday, Friday, make sure be the very explosive you need to hear. Definitely, we'll make a date with you. And online, so you are program we you better upload ediegu YouTube. Ubetimi ako YouTube or okwa subscribe CTV. Yeah, fans say your link my CTV GH, my CTV GH. Subscribe and press that domino. Say the bear your best program be asia ubenya link automatically and also with me a share program. My name still remain Kwekwan and your investigative journalist. Until same time I come your way Friday. Have a good night.
It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations,